What's up, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another Reddit read, and today we are back on one of your guys' favorites and one of my personal favorites, Not How Girls Work. For those of you guys that are new to this subreddit, this one is full of posts on, yes, not how girls work. It's a lot of ignorance, and it's a silly, and sometimes even cringy time. So I'm excited to dive into this. And believe it or not, they're not all from men. Sometimes they can be, but every now and then we see some really goofy takes even from women themselves. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. All right, I got the top post of the week. We haven't been on here in I think 2 weeks. So it's been a while. First one up says, what species do men think we are? Okay. We have a Instagram reel, not TikTok. And it says, I like natural women, quote unquote. So unshaved, facial hair, no makeup at all, dressing comfortably, having bad hair days, having body fat and not hiding it, question mark. That is technically more natural of a woman. I think when guys say that, I think more than likely they're referring to makeup more than anything, or at least when I say it, but I totally understand the satire that goes with this, or at least taking it more literally. And then someone responds, natural women, not a pig. What? What do you mean? I'm going to argue that some human beings have more hair than pigs too. That's sorry, that's random, but I'm thinking about that. Honestly, what is a natural woman to men? Because everything the girl listed is literally all human being things in their natural state. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just natural men and women, right? Unshaved, all of this. And what's worse is that he likely has all of those things she listed. Yeah, 100%. If you lined up 100 guys to look at photos of 100 women with varying amounts of makeup on, most guys would only clock the makeup on the women with most eyeshadow or eyeliner. Yeah, I don't think the average guy is going to know all the levels of makeup. I think some guys, I grew up with women, so I kind of know the layers that is. I mean, I know even to cover pimples, you got to put foundation first, and it's got to be green to balance out. Yeah, see, I know way too much about makeup. So for me, I feel like I could pick it out, but the average guy, probably not. But all right, let's move on to the next one. That's a silly start. This is why I like Not How Girls Work. Yesterday, we did Incel IS. Such a down time. And if you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend you guys check that out because that was insane. Some of the stuff that we see there, very, very dark. But this one, much more lighthearted, so it's a nice palate cleanser. All right, this one says 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches. That's not how it works, bro. Okay, so we are on Tinder and we have a message exchange that OP says, yep, I am looking for long terms in marriage. Or maybe OP is a girl or guy. I don't know. And then someone says, the guy says, cool, I'm 6'4", work in tech and make 6 figures. What do you bring to the table? What? Why would you say that? Open. Work in tech is not really a flex, is it? 6 figures, 100%. 6'4" can be too, but I feel like that is, if a girl genuinely dates a guy, marriage-wise, long-term, just because they're 6'4" and make 6 figures, that's a pretty shallow person. That's kind of to define yourself in just those 3 layers just shows that you're probably not that fun of a person. I mean, right? You're flexing 3 super bland things, in my opinion. Cool. I also work in tech and make 6 figures, and I'm only 5'4", and I already have my own table. I love that. That's a good one. I don't even sit at the table. Update. We are now bananas. So someone posted, delusional posting now claims God is delusional for how he made women. Oh, okay. And according to Ariana Grande, God could also be a woman. All right, so someone in Delusional Takes posted, women explained with bananas. Oh, brother, we've seen this before. I think we've seen this on Not How Girls Work. Ripe bananas are 14, and then this is disgusting part right here. Or too ripe, I mean, and the perfect bananas are 15 to 17. I know this is a meme and they're trying to make a joke or whatever, but the fact that this is even a joke someone put out there is disgusting. 18 to 20 is starting to rotten, and then 21 plus is rotten. Are you insane? I must be dust at this point because I'm 28. And I know they're talking about women, but that's just insane to me. I don't even think objectively this can be at all right, because I feel isn't the peak age for women and men in their early 20s? So this doesn't make any sense. The PDF feel truly knows no bounds. All right, I have to blur this one. It says, not all heroes by OF. Not all heroes wear capes is the post, original post. And it says, one man is subscribing to multiple women's OF and then sending the explicit pictures to their fathers. Why would you do that? Why? You just like have so much time that you want to ruin everyone's lives? Like, I'm pretty sure the father's last thing they want to see is that. And then the post says, the intellectual Wilhelm. So check this out, y'all. I created a fake page and went undercover as a simp. And let's just say these women are about to learn a lesson about participating in online cuddle work. Abolish cuddle work, hashtag NOF, hashtag OF, hashtag buying explicit, selling explicit, make cuddle work illegal. What? That's crazy. Okay. And then he shows, wait, I think I can actually show this on camera. Yeah. He shows his threads of message saying, oh, I have to blur a little bit of this. Are you effing insane? This is messages from women that he has openly sent their pictures to their parents, okay? Off of OF. Are you effing insane? OMG, I'm gonna cry. Why would you do that? Seriously. And then another message exchange. How did you find my parents? Are you effing up my entire life? I'm sure you broke some type of law. Revenge, corn on the cob. I'm going to call the cops. You're sick, bro. OMG, I'm about to lose it. Why would you do this? Yeah, dude, like genuinely, I know in his sick mind, somehow he thinks he's like a superhero, Batman type level. But dude, you're just a guy who just has way too much time and ruining people's lives. Genuinely, because you're not only ruining the girl's life, but you're ruining the parents' life too. I'm pretty sure they don't want to be seeing that stuff. And like, for what? I just don't understand. All right, this next one says he figured it, gals. All right, we got someone on Reddit who got 11 downvotes saying, anytime a question like this is asked, women speak about Pete David and Adam Driver, lol, tall ass men. Like Pete Davidson, I'm assuming. I specified 5'5" because I figured that that would be an appropriate height that 99% of women would find unattractive. As a 5'4" man that has done, I'm going to say decently well with women, I don't think that's true. 99 is pretty insane, but let's continue. I ain't got beef with short dudes, lol. I am one myself. Please don't get me wrong. I was not trying to bring anyone down. Wait, so what was his original thing that he said, though? Well, regardless, he said someone else responded to that and said, you figured it wrong, and Adam Driver is ugly. You know what's crazy? If Adam Driver has a huge women following. So that's an insane statement. JFC, he's 6'2". How do you find him ugly? How tall does a guy need to be hot for you? 6'5". Guys, it's not all about height. What the hell? What is this notion that height dictates how hot a guy is right away? I mean, there's some women out there that do care a lot about that, but there are so many factors that comes to not only attraction as a whole, but physical attraction too. Face, teeth. Like, you're telling me if someone's 6'8", but they got no teeth, they're going to be super attractive or something? Are you serious? Yeah, has he ever considered that there are other traits besides height? God forbid a lady had previous lovers and liked to party. This one says, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Heartbreak. She in her 20s and it's her partying with guys. And then she in her 30s and it's Ronaldo's wife. Wait, what? I see. What's crazy to me is I don't think that that's like wrong. Yeah, I don't love women that like club a lot just because it just doesn't mesh with me. I don't go clubbing, but I'm not going to judge if they're past if they went clubbing back in the day. Like, what? It's more of like a now thing. It's like these guys want girls that like just don't do anything. Just stay in your house. Don't talk to anybody. I hope you had no body count, any of that. Okay? So weird. And that's why Ronaldo's there and you guys are on here making memes like this. All right, this one says, TIL, I've never truly been depressed, ... And I guess this is like men writing women or something. It says, when she stopped crying, Madeline composed herself before the mirror. Her skin looked blotchy. Her breasts, of which she was normally proud, had withdrawn into themselves as if depressed. Wait, like they went inverted? Her breast went inside? Madeline knew that this self-appraisal might not be accurate. Me gets depressed, my breast. That is so not how girls work. This is the perfect example of not how girls work right here. The breasts just go inwards. Could you imagine if that was a thing? They're just like, oh, disappear, hide and seek. Ugh. All right, here we go. Pretty Amina on Twitter or Threads posted, we rejected men who were going to make us wives for guys who were going to make us single mothers. So a woman said this. Okay. Men are not trash, but our taste for men is trash. Dear men, we are sorry. That is totally a guy account. Tell me you're a guy account without telling me you're a guy account. Like, brother, what? Yeah. I hate when people capitalize the first letter in every word. Yeah, I also think that's so annoying. But then I also do that for my like titles, so I can't even judge too hard. I'm a hypocrite, guys. 100% written by a woman, no doubt about it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this one sounds insane. This one says nothing ruins a woman's body faster than a baby. Oh my God. And you wonder why women are scared of having kids nowadays, guys. Come on. We say things like this. The joke is nothing ruins a woman's body faster than a baby. Of course, a-holes will point to supermodels who've had kids, but still look great. But the vast majority of women aren't so lucky. I basically still look the same at 35 as when I was 20. Okay, I was a little heavier. I was quite thin back then, but my body is generally the same proportion, shape, etc. This is not the case for most women who have kids. Wait, is this a girl who had kids saying this? They're not even in the same ballpark, or they have to work night and day to try to get their body back, even resorting to plastic surgery. Yeah, this is a thing that women literally have to face 100%. Some do rebound really well and some don't. It's the cost that is bringing you to life. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Sorry, that's a reference for all my punk folks. Yes, effing God. The female empowerment movement has so much of this womb worshiping in it, and I hate it. You're powerful. You give life. You nurture with your feminine energy. You know. I want to be I have to blur that, and a super successful academic, not a mother of all type thing. That was a strange post. I basically look the same at 35 as I did 20. Okay, I'm a little heavier. They have to work night and day. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is an actual realization that women are scared of when it comes to giving birth. It's the men who say it that piss me right off. You want us, often demand us to give you children, yet joke, kidding, not kidding, that you find us gross and unattractive once we've done so. Yeah, and as someone who, this is a little rant of the day, is in the dating field, right? And kids is often a hot topic, of course, because I'm at the age where, it's a little bit more serious. And, I want kids, but I cannot judge a woman for not wanting kids, especially now. It's expensive. There's a huge toll to your body. And, that's why, I feel like there's a missing part of society in appreciating, at least openly, women who do have kids, because it is a big deal. And then on top of having a kid, we need that as a society to continue on. And I mean, we don't even have to talk about it as that, but a woman who brings life in, that's a big deal. And they're scared. They're very scared oftentimes of dealing with, their husbands having this sentiment towards them and stuff. I mean, this is a common occurrence. I've talked to women who've had kids. Hell, my sister's had issues with this in her past marriage, and that's why there was many reasons why it failed, but it was also another reason why it failed because guys can be awful human beings, and literally you guys can fill in the dots. I mean, I'm not going to give away all her private stuff, but yeah, of course, screaming crazy cat lady with colored hair and the devil in the back against Christian Sigma male. Okay, who made this meme? Okay, so we got a meme here posted by The Art of Purpose, and the caption says, "This fact radicalizes me. Between 1997, that's when I was born, and 2012, the generation now known as Gen Z, that's technically me, was born. I would consider myself a zillennial, though. However, an estimated 28% of contraceptions during this period were aborted in the womb. This is wild to think about. What is, okay? I don't get the purpose of this. And then the meme has a girl with pink and blue hair, rainbow shirt, and star necklace with a cat. What radicalized you? And it's a blonde eye, blue hair, fit white guy holding a holy Bible and a cross necklace. 30% of Gen Z is missing. Oh, so they're saying 30% of Gen Z was aborted, I guess. But what? I don't understand like what this is trying to say though. And also, that's a cute ass cat. I would probably, you know, the weird thing, and I'm not even like trying to pander by any means. I am not political, and I could give a F if you like me or not. But I probably would get more along with the girl on the left than the right. And I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that I would like hang out with either of them, but she has a cat, and she seems like edgy and can actually relate to me. She probably listens to the same type of music as I do. This dude, like, what? I mean, maybe we can talk about the gym, but like, Holy Bible, you're holding the Holy Bible with a cross. Oh man. Forbid a lady has the right to choose. Yeah, dude. Honestly, you could add to this statement right here. Like, there could be another section that says in that 30% of people who were, you know, aborted during that time, what are the odds that someone was an unaliver or an R? You know, that could be just a thing. Just think about that. Just saying. Statistically, like, what is it? You know. So statistically, let's bring this down. FBI estimates that 5.3 per 100K people are unalivers. So if we take approximately, you know, 60, let's say 70%, right? Or 70 million in just the US. So we're going to take that 70 million. Oh, wait, actually, I got to do this first. That would mean that 30 million, approximately 30 million was quote unquote aborted by that guy's standards and study that he obviously conducted himself. 30 million, we'll divide that by 100K. Now we'll multiply that by, what was that stat? Like 5.3? I think it was 5.3. So there was 1,005 to 600, you know, unalivers that had, you know, been aborted. So to those women, would we, you know, commend them? All right. Anyways, abortion is for everyone to decide by themselves. You shouldn't try to take that away from others, though. Found in the toxic waste dump called Instagram. Funny enough, one of my cats looks like this. Here's my thing. You know, I'm much more pro-choice than I am pro-life, but here's what I'm gonna say. I'm a dude and I know nothing about this. That's what I'm pro. I feel like women should decide. I feel like there should be a separate like council of women to decide this. Because I feel like why are we letting dudes decide what women can do? You know, like I just find that funny. Because then imagine if there was laws for Asian people, right? But they were made by fucking Arabic, or I guess that could be considered Asian too. So we'll say, you know, Hispanic people. Hispanic people has to make laws for Asians. That doesn't make any sense. All right, this one says, ended up unfollowing this Instagram account, and I'm moving it so I don't get, you know, demonetized here. It says men want loyalty, cuddles, food, encouragement. Dude, if you're a dude that only wants that, I'm questioning what kind of dude you are. You should probably be more, you know, have more standards. Women want loyalty, money, superhuman cuddles. Gonna have to blur that too. Love, gifts, passwords, phone access, email accounts, addresses, contacts. Dude, if a girl actually wants all this, you should not be dating them because that is actually insane. Contacts, attention, compliments, the sun, the moon, the stars, your time, all of it, receipts, explanations, and the list goes on. Yeah, that's not how girls work. At least the majority of women. That's how crazy girls could work, but that's also how crazy guys could work. Believe it or not, I have met some women that have told me about their exes demanding all this, like genuinely. All right, next one's just a thumbs up. We got Skeletor from He-Man. Women these days are playing the same game men have been playing for ages, and then they run away. I'll come back with more facts. Yeah, the whole divide between men and women it's just so silly, especially to see it on social media. Luckily, my algorithms are more satire when it comes to stuff like this, but this, yeah, crazy. All right, this one says, not how lesbians work. We got a bunch, Rick and Morty meme. We got Morty shaking hands with the other Morty in a different, you know, universe. Sea turtles, lesbians agreeing. Choking on plastic is what they agree on. This is how I know whoever made this watches just too much Corn on the Cob and thinks that that's how everything is. You don't have to be a lesbian woman to be choking on plastic, just saying. Yeah, I hope people know that like a lot of the stuff that they see in Corn on the Cob is very performative and it's for the camera. I mean, it's not like actually how it works. Why is every modern post about male versus female literally just boys go to Mars to get candy bars, girls go to Jupiter to get stupider? All right, we got a guy who says good morning, and he, of course, he has Garfield as a Joker as his profile pic. And the first one here is gonna say women's romance, okay? But I gotta be careful here because, you know, demonetization. It's essentially a girl who has a guy's hands on her neck, and it's a drawing. And it says, "I'm going to unalive you." And then she says, "Harder, daddy." And I don't think that's romance. I think that could be more of like some women's preferred bedtime desires, but not all women are like that also. Some men's are like that too, dude. It's like there's like men out there that are subs too. And then it says men's romance, and it's like a picture of a guy and a girl dancing outside, like in a suit and dress. Shut up, dude. There's women and men that want this, and there's women and men that want the above. How do I know? Because I like both of those situations, consensually, of course. But like, come on, dude. What? As an autistic woman, I hate everything about this. The men that hurt women, players, boyfriends, fathers, husbands, rich and powerful. The men that women attack online, incels, loser, autistic. No. What? The men that hurt women can be all of them, including incels, losers, autistic, and also rich and powerful, and also husband. Any type of man can hurt a woman. Why do you think they picked the bear? And you guys know this too because of the cases that we've had with pew-pewers, you know? Some of the guys that they look up to in incel IS. That's all I'll say. And then women attack online all of these type of men too. What's up with this victim mentality that only incels get like targeted? Stop it. We had this issue in my last video yesterday. Someone in the comments were saying like, "Oh, they all hate us." And I'm like, bro, no, there's people who hate all of us. There's people who hate any group ever. Stop singling yourself out as you guys are the only victims ever in history. Wow. Is this post saying that autistic men can't be boyfriends, husbands, or fathers? Yeah, for real. That's true too. Someone said it's funny because Elon Musk is famously a rich loser. That's crazy. That's a funny ass comment. I'm not even going to comment on this one. Okay, arrives from work and he's all messy and hair ruined, everything. Showers and then he looks good. Arrives from work and then showers and the girls looks terrible. If you arrive from work looking like this as a dude, you got some issues. I'm surprised that you have a job. I don't know about you guys, but I look pretty fucking ass out of a shower. Not gonna lie to you. That's how I look out of a shower. I'm not gonna even front with you guys. Man, I hate it when my facial muscular skeletal system changes after I shower. Maybe the water is too hot. Yo, all jokes aside, women do like showering in some hot ass water, bro. Every time I've showered with women, it is so hot, dude. It's because of your guys' pain tolerance or something. This one says, "I'm pretty sure someone is just really bad at cuddling." This guy here on Threads says, "Men, the easiest way to tell someone hasn't been harvesting her fluids for a while." What? That's a weird way of saying that. That was really strange. What are we on, Stardew Valley? But okay, anyways. So what is the easiest way to tell, huh? She gets wet quickly and reaches, climax faster than a hen. Intense, fast, and instinctive. That's the kind of natural readiness you're looking for. Stay sharp. That is so not how girls work. Oh my God. All right. I'm about to give this guy an education lesson. For those of you guys who are watching this video and don't know how things work, first off, I don't know everything either. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not a genius or an expert, but I know for sure that every woman is different from one another. There are some women out there that it is very hard for them to climax, and there are some women out there that it's very easy for them to. I don't know the statistics or the science behind like if it's genetic or this and that, but I know that there's a lot of variety, right? And then on top of that, there's some women that get, it off with one type of cuddling act versus the other type of cuddling act, like location wise, if you guys get my drift, like the top area, the stuff that you have to find. But yeah, there's like a lot that can come to play. And then like the best way that I would advise those of you guys that don't know too much about it, and again, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you as a guy, from a guy's perspective, the best way is to experiment and to communicate with your partner, whoever you're doing with. Like, hey, do you like this? Or, and I like to tell everybody, just be honest. If it's not getting you there, that's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to stroke my ego. I don't really care. But like that's important. I think experimenting, communicating is very important. But yeah, that's not how it works. A girl being pent up isn't gonna make it any faster. I don't think, at least. Someone fact check me on that. I don't know, but I don't think so. I know for a guy it could happen, but I don't know for women if that's the case. But I do know that there's a lot of variety when it comes to women's privates. Praying this is rage bait, because no way this dude actually believes this. Okay, someone in the comments of Instagram says average girl gets 15 compliments per day. A man maybe twice in his whole life. Damn, you've only got complimented twice in your whole life? Dang, that's kind of sad, dude. I feel like I get a lot of compliments from my dude friends too, and girlfriends, but like both, that sucks. And also, average girl does not get that many compliments. Also, I feel like a lot of guys online skew what they believe is the average girl. Like they're looking at girls online only. That's not the average girl, dude. There's like a cajillion women in this world, most of which is not chronically online or posted on these videos. This one says no comment. The clear difference between men and women. We got a man here and it says, went to the moon, took 5 photos. Went to the bathroom and took 105 photos. Okay, this is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a pretty funny meme. But I'm also gonna add that I take a lot of pictures as a dude, so I can't even judge. That's funny. Also depends if it's a girl that's photogenic or not. Some girls that aren't photogenic, they don't like taking a lot of photos. Or that if they don't think they're photogenic, I'll say. I wonder if this guy actually knows any women or biology. Rolling eye emoji. Okay, so this guy on Reddit comments on someone else's page and says, first of all, women should not be dating at the age of 30 plus. What? What do you mean? They should just be single for the rest of existence after 30? Are you serious? What? It's biology. The best time to get pregnant with the first baby is before the age of 30. Let's say a woman gets pregnant at the age of 29. She should be married at the age of 28, and she should be dating her future husband at the age of 25, 3 years before marriage. This is a common sense based on medical research. Shut the up, dude. What research, bro? Also, why is it so meticulous? Like, as soon as I turn that age, I gotta get married. Like, I'm 28. I just turned 28, right? So, damn it, looks like I gotta get married right now. I have to get married. Stat. Women are 14 to 18 years old. They have nothing to do with single women age 30 plus. What? As far as I know, a lot of men nowadays are very good at cleaning, washing, cooking, etc. Also, 50% of parents are on playgrounds are fathers. So it really depends on the man. Obviously, the best marriage material man is hardworking at work and at home. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't want to date good, hardworking men. They prefer to date a-holes because, a-holes are exciting. What kind of pseudoscience bullshit is this, dude? You are on some weird red pill algorithm online, because I know a lot of good fathers for sure that are on these playgrounds that are good dudes, and then I know a lot that are also a-holes that are also on it. Like, what? This is a weird study and post. This is so strange. I always find it weird that guys are on like online posting stuff like this under other people. Like you really don't got anything better to do. Like Baldur's Gate is a pretty good time user, at least for me. Maybe get on that. Sorry guys, I'm sure you guys have heard throughout this video, Sora meowing. He's getting frustrated at all these guys. Now he wants me to play with him. I'll play with him in a second. Sora, give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna do one more post and then we'll play. All right, let's do one more because Sora's, wanting to play, guys. For those of you guys that don't know, Sora is one of my cats. All right, this one says, because every pretty girl must have cuddled with a lot of people. That is so wrong. Actually, I found it that a lot of women in general, it's just like a mixed bag. You could never expect to predict what a woman's count is. Like, anyway, based off of the way they look. Seriously, because like there are some pretty women, really pretty women that I've met that are genuine V, and vice versa. Like there's, you really can't tell. All right, so this girl, beautiful girl on in TikTok says kiss count 1, friends 2, body count 0, piercings 3, relationship status single, followers 67K, happiness 8 out of 10. This is weird. Is this a trend on TikTok? Like you just like put up your stats. And then someone in the comments throws out the meme of the dog with the side eye. 7 lies, 1 truth. And these get a lot of likes too. Holy cap. Light skin, blue eye, curly hair, and no bodies. Buddy is definitely lying. 2 truths, 6 lies at 6 truths, 1 lie. Everybody's thinking things are a lie. Ain't no way kiss count is 1. It's possible. Why is he lying? Yeah, you sure about the third one? Yeah, everybody's thinking she's lying. Look, I'm not going to sit here and claim that she's lying or not, but all I'm going to say is there is such thing as women without body counts that are pretty. Like, genuinely, I can tell you guys that. I don't know if she's lying or not, but I'm not saying that this isn't believable, is what I'm saying. All right, one more. Sorry, Sora, one more. Making assumptions that literal teens want grown men. Ugh. Ew. All right, we got a Instagram reel here. Our foreign exchange daughter can't believe my fiance built a shelf. I see a divorce and charges coming. What? I'm sure your husband loves having her around. What men prefer in women? Skinny, young looking to... Ew! You can't ignore it, but it sounds like just like a teen girl. She's about 15. That ain't stopping nobody. Oh my God, guys, you guys are disgusting. What the hell? $100, they're probably gonna fool around. Whole point of hosting exchange students. She want a piece of it. That's disgusting, guys. You guys are like the actual worst. Some people out there. Oh my God, I don't even want to chap on that one. Anyways, I'm gonna end it on that note. That was a crazy ending to the story here. Anyways, I love you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. We do videos like this almost every day. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.